Victor Modo joins us this afternoon. Good afternoon to you and welcome to In the Game.
Good afternoon, Favor. Thank you very much for having me here.
All right, you've been in Uyo since the opening of the campaign on Monday up until now. You also have witnessed a series of trainings from the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Let's talk about Libya. Libya, they touched down on Wednesday, and in a manner that a lot of persons actually raised eyebrow, including the captain, Faisal Al-Badri, who also complained about the ill treatment. They traveled, they landed in Port Harcourt via chartered aircraft, and they traveled by road to Uyo, and they've been painting the country black in terms of the treatment. You are in Uyo. Can you give us updates on this particular story and issue trending at the moment from the state?
When nobody is pursuing you and you are running on your own, you end up making mistakes. Let me just quickly explain that. The Nigerian Football Federation put out a statement pointing out that Libya practically ignored their advice as per travel advice for this game. You have no business landing in Port Harcourt International Airport when Akwa Ibom State is also designated one that can take wide bodies and can also take can take international flights. Everybody that has come to play against Nigeria have landed in Uyo directly. So tell me why you are going to book your flight plan, make arrangements with the carrier to come into Nigeria without seeking proper advice from the Nigerian Football Federation, and then still going by the NFF statement. Then, because I'm going by their statement, because I know the NFF always goes above and beyond every time for any team that's coming to play Nigeria. NFF said that they still reached out to them, despite the fact that they filed a flight plan that basically put them into these issues and made arrangements to get them more comfortable travel arrangements to come by road, even offered to get them clearances to fly from Port Harcourt to Uyo, which they said they cannot foot that cost. So as much as they would have preferred to land in Uyo and not do that annoying trip by road from Port Harcourt to Uyo, they are the architects of their own problem. And I mean, it's Nigerian football. It's a North African side. They are going to cry blue mother every time.
All right, you just talked about the NFF press release. Yes, they actually rejected claims of poor treatment on the arrival in Nigeria by the captain of the Libya senior men national team, Faisal Al-Badri. NFF insists the Libyan Football Federation created chaos for its own team at the Mediterranean night. NFF Assistant Director of Protocol, Mr. Emmanuel Ayabumi, said the Libya Federation only informed the NFF that his team was landing in Port Harcourt and not Uyo, only 3 hours to the team's arrival. Let's move away a bit from the Libyan angle. Let's look at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. How prepared, from your own perspective, is the Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of their clash on Friday against Libya?
I mean, personally, I think they are as prepared as they can be with just a few training sessions, quite frankly. I mean, camp opened on Monday. They had 20 players in camp by Tuesday, and that was when they also had their first training session. And that session was basically just a shake-up training session, just to relieve the body, free the body, and all of that stuff. Their main training session held on Wednesday. That was their first real training on Wednesday. Yesterday was behind closed doors, close to the press. They will have another training session today, which is 15 minutes open for press to access. So as ready as they can be, considering that they don't have a lot of training days for team cohesion and strategy, I think they're as ready as they can be. I mean, the Super Eagles have, as much as we miss Victor Osimhen, we know the Super Eagles have an elite mentality when it gets mentality when it gets to distance, and I expect that they are going to give their all, do their remaining training session today, and give their all in the game.
All right, and then let's talk about the absence of Victor Osimhen in the team. A lot of persons are looking forward to Victor Boniface again. Do you see, or do you think he might be the one, from what you've seen so far, to lead the attack on Friday, or you think a Taiwa Woni might just come in to pair with him, or a Keleti Enacho? Do you fancy Victor Boniface leading the attack?
No, I mean, if the coach is going to go with one striker up front, I mean, I expect that he's going to stick with Victor Boniface. He's the one that has gotten playing time under him, and he's also in serious scary form. For his club. So I mean, common sense speaks Victor Boniface. Of course, Common sense is not tactics. Tactics can pick Taiwo, Awoni, can even pick Kelechi and Achok, can even pick a false nine. Everything depends on what Coach Austin Eguavoen wants to deploy on the match day. But ordinary common sense and stats will put Victor Boniface ahead of the pack.
All right, I don't know if Okpelu Adebari, you have a question for Victor Modo?
Right now, or around the environment. I think we just want to know what the environment is like around the players. What is the vibe like? Are the players in good spirits? Are they focused on the game? Is it tense? Just to know what the vibe is like.
I mean, around the Super Eagles camp at every point, it is always the right vibe. It's always a group. You always have happy people, smiling players, jokes being cracked up and down. If there's tension at all, you're not going to see it at all on the faces of the players, mostly in their public and interaction. It's always a good, jolly good time in camp at every point in the Super Eagles camp. So in terms of mood of the camp, mood of the boys, I know that the boys are in a very good mood. They are looking forward, very optimistic towards this game. I'm very, very hopeful. We spoke with the players yesterday at the media party. They are very, very hopeful and expecting to get all 3 points in this game and then do the business also in Libya.
All right, Modu, I'd like to also ask, amongst the 3 goalkeepers we have in camp, Amaso Basoje, Stanley Nwabali, and Maduka Okoye, from your own view of the training session so far, do you think that Nwabali would be in goal on Friday, or you think that Maduka Okoye might just be favored to start ahead of him?
If something is not bad, why change it? I mean, I don't see any scenario where Stanley Nwabali does not start in goal on Friday for the Super Eagles. If something is not bad, there's no reason whatsoever to change it. I know we have 3 amazing goalkeepers. There's Maduka, there's Amaz, and there's Nwabali, but only one person will start. And the person that has been starting and had an amazing AFCON performance and has worked so well for us in this round of qualifiers has not done or put any foot wrong. I don't expect that the coach is going to want to tinker with the balance between goalkeeper and defense by making a change, except there's an injury to Nwabali, or all the lines just fall in pleasant places for any other goalkeeper. But I see Nwabali starting in goal.
All right, before I let you go, Victor Modo, I have an interesting slide I saw before coming to the show. I'd like to ask you to, amongst the group of midfielders that you think should start, for the Super Eagles, we have a pick of Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, Raphael Oyedika, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Frank Oyeka, Raphael Oyedika, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Wilfred Ndidi, Raphael Oyedika, Alex Iwobi, Frank Oyeka, Wilfred Ndidi, and finally, Alex Iwobi, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, and Wilfred Ndidi. Which of these midfield would you fancy to play against Libya?
It totally depends on the formation that Coach Eguavoen is going to take. Personally, I believe that he's going to start with only 2 midfielders at the start of the game, which is going to be Wilfred Ndidi and Alex Iwobi. That's what I expect he's going to and to start with. If he ever chooses to go with 3, that is 2 cover and 1 ahead, I expect that we're going to have Frank Onyeka and Wilfred Ndidi, and then Alex Iwobi's completing the trio. But if he goes with 2 in midfield, it's definitely going to be Iwobi and Ndidi to start for me. But of course, amazing performance from Fisayo. I interviewed the young man yesterday. He believes that the best way to advance the ball to help your team is forward. That might help his cause. But so far, so good. I expect that Eguavoen is going to at least start with Iwobi and Ndidi if he goes with 2 in midfield. That's playing a 3-4-3 formation.
All right, and finally, the economic hardship in Nigeria at the moment, the fuel, being increased, has it really had an impact amongst persons who are looking forward to see the Super Eagles play live in Uyo?
I mean, Uyo is always great when the Super Eagles come. They always find their way to turn out in numbers at every point. I expect that they are going to come and see this game, no matter what the fuel price does. The Super Eagles are the cream de la cream of Nigerian football. They are the darling of everybody in Nigeria. So I still expect a full house at this game. I expect that Nigerians will be cheering, irrespective of where the fuel price is at the moment.
All right, thank you very much, Victor Modo, for your quality time. We wish the Super Eagles success and more grace to your lens. Thank you.
Thank you very much.